version of the Q podcast. Here I am down in the men's locker rooms for the first edition of the Clubhouse Renovations podcast. Each week, like we did with the course renovations, I'll give you up-to-date information on what we've done this week and what we'll be planning on doing next week. I'll start here in the club rooms, the men's locker rooms. In the last 2 weeks, the builders have started their demolition works with all 425 lockers being removed. As you can see surrounding us, they've basically stripped the men's locker rooms back to its bare essentials. They've taken out all the basins, showers, toilets, etc. with works to some of the services starting next week, like plumbing, lighting, etc. Also next week, the wall that will separate the main men's locker room and also the little room that we used to call Siberia will also be put in. What that will do is we'll separate the main men's locker room to what will now be the cart storage area. We're looking to have approximately 12 to 15 electric carts stored in that area. To access the Siberia, they'll be actually knocking out the wall right next to where the fountain will be. This will provide access to the builders to actually get into that particular area. So what we have now too is in the foyer outside the men's locker room, there has been a dividing basically wall put in, which allows men to access the clubhouse and go from the clubhouse out to the course through the men's foyer area. So what we'll do now is we'll pop upstairs and have a look at the northern terrace. Okay, here we are up in the northern lounges. You'll notice from last week the dividing wall that was actually built between the members bar and the northern lounges. That wall is to basically separate the two areas so the builders can continue on with their construction works in the northern lounges by providing hopefully as little as possible interruption to our members. What it's also done is stopped any dust getting through to the members bar and also hopefully minimise the noise. In the members' lounges, the demolition work has been taking place over the last 2 weeks. As you can see, the ceiling has been removed, the carpet's been removed. They've knocked out the dividing wall in between the middle of the two northern lounges, and they're currently in the process of actually removing the rubber rock, which was on the northern terrace wall. Also this week, you members would have noticed that the sail above the northern terrace has been removed, so that will make way for the new pitched northern glass roof, which you would have seen in the 3D drawings last week. So there's been a lot of work happened over the last 2 weeks, especially in this northern lounge area, and it's getting exciting because we're starting to, to see some bits of the actual work. Here I am up at the ball dispenser machine just right next to the practice fairway. There was a little bit of confusion last week in regards to members and how they access practice balls and not disturb the builder construction. What the builders have done is put up some temporary fencing with 2 gates that actually allow members to access the ball dispenser. So what you would do is, as a member, to enter through here or down by the practice nets, go through the 2 gates and then back out to the practice fairway or to the practice nets. The builders don't want you actually following the path down to the clubhouse because that's the construction zone. What will happen is you'll get to the end and it's actually cordoned off, so you won't be able to get through. So just an indication, just enter straight through the gates, come through and out this way, and also mind the builders as they're coming past. Okay, here we are up at the front entrance. You would have noticed last week that the construction workers actually removed the wire mesh fence. What they've also done is did an 800mm excavation along the fence line and actually put in the footings for the newly constructed fence. The works have been done the southern side of the new entrance. Next week they'll be looking to excavate the northern side of the new entrance. So we'll come here next week to keep you posted. It was only a short podcast this week, but that's an overview of what's been happening on the Clubhouse Renovations. I'll see you next Friday on what's been happening next week. Thank you.